Hi guys, Joe from Prepper in the Woods here, and Brinyte sent me an email asking me if I'm willing to do a review on one of their flashlights. Now I do have many flashlights, so I was like, but they sent me the specs of this one, and this one is really interesting. I don't have anything like it, and it'll be the first time I have a flashlight with a remote control, which is really cool. Because this is a hunting flashlight or torch, however you want to call it. So let's have a look at this one. It also has loads of different colors and loads of features, so I'm going to show you everything right now. Right, so in the box I have one IR850, one red, one charging cable, and this is USB to USB-C. That is for the torch. I have a USB to micro USB. That's for the remote control. I have a UV, I have green, and we have a remote control, that's really cool. I'll show you that in a bit. You have the torch, obviously, and one lanyard, the instructions, and some of the rubber rings that go with it, which you should change once in a while. Right, so let's discuss this now. So I'll put a link in the description box below, because on what you get, the prices differ. So if you get like these three, it's one price. If you get that, it's kind of like that. So I'll put a link for the description box below. Again, this is the T18 Artemis. I'll take pictures of this instructions because it has all the specs. I'll put them up on the screen. Let's discuss the parts of the torch first and what makes it different from other torches. So on the end here you do have a tail switch for on and off, and when you undo it you do have a very nice strong spring in there. That is a good spring. You have the safety bit there so the battery doesn't die. The battery itself, as you can see there, hopefully. So it's 5000 mAh, and I'll put a picture of that on the screen. But it also has, that's where the micro USB does the charging from. So you charge this, and then while it's charging the battery with the USB-C, it's red, and then it goes to blue, and the light is just in there. So inside it is another spring, so this is a dual spring light, so which is good, so that if you do drop it, it has a bit of leeway either side, so it doesn't break anything. Right. So it goes from on off, but on is turbo, so it goes straight to turbo, and as you can see, it is really bright. To zoom, you just twist this bit, so shortens it long. So I do like this because I can do it with one hand. So if I'm out, I have something else in my hand, I can focus the beam just with one hand, which I think is really good. Most of the parts here unscrew, but there is a rubber ring around most of it, or all of it really. So this part comes off, and all the threads are really nice, as you can see, almost see there. So it's really well threaded. And then I'll put this back in so I don't drop that. The lens is I think it's resin or plastic, but it is a really good lens on that. I've seen people light fires with it in other videos, so it is a strong lens, and you can hear how well those threads are. Now, as I said, you have that's the flood. Nope, there we go, flood, and then hot. Okay, so I'll put up some specs on the screen. The length of this, the longest part is 180 millimeters. The shortest part, which is here, is 165 millimeters. The body itself is 25.4 millimeters. The head is 54 millimeters, and the weight is 194 grams or 6.84 ounces. Now, if you want to use different modules on here, so that's where you unscrew and screw. Above that, you have another threaded part here, as you can see. Right, and then there, that's the lens. You can see how good that lens is. And then here, so you have the rubber ring here, and then you have these copper modules. So this one that comes in it is white, so that's the white one. So you just take out the other one. So say if I want to do red for some reason, that's how it looks. Very nice contact points on that. Just pop that in, screw that in, and then that's done. And now you have red. Again, that's focused. And there's your flood. But I'll show you better pictures of it in use. I just want to show you the torch itself at the moment. Right, so the lumens per module, the red on a floodlight, you get 150 lumens on flood, and the hotspot one you get 75 lumens. The battery life is 370 minutes, and it goes 360 meters. So that's quite good, I think. The green one is the flood is 130 lumens. The hotspot is 80 lumens. There's 400 minutes battery time and 450 meters distance. And then you have the white, which is 650 lumens flood. Hotspot you get 380 lumens and 630 meters distance and 195 meters battery time. So the battery does last quite a bit. Also on this, it has a overcharge protection, over discharge protection, and overheat protection. So you're covered in most ways. Even if you put the battery the wrong way around, it'll stop it from causing any damage, which is good. Alright, let me show you the green one real quick, and then I'll show you how to use the remote control for it. There it is. Alright, again, that's green. Right, so for the remote control, it takes 1 day to charge it. So if you were going to use them together, so say you could just go out using this as this and just have, you know, off to flood kind of thing, or you can take this and just hook it up to the little loop bit here for your lanyard. So this has to be on, right, for this to work with it. So I've already charged this up. And as I said, I've been using it for 2 weeks now, so I know how to use it. So that's on, but also you have plus and minus. So if you press minus, it will slowly, as you can see, lower the lighting, the lower the lumens on this. So if I put that in that, and then also, then obviously plus, you know, it'll make it brighter. Probably see it better that way. So that's up, down, and you can see a little green light going there, and then you have off. So that's the only way of making it dimmer, is with the remote control. So this, you could have this on your shoulder strap maybe, and then all you have to do is just touch your shoulder strap. Like I said, that's a good idea, and you do have these points here where you could put a bit of some kind of webbing around it to attach it to your straps. Right, so one of the features on this flashlight which I want to test out is the infrared. Now here, right there, is my camera sticking out of my window. That's my security camera, which obviously it's not going to pick up too well in this low light. But let me just show you what ideas I have for this. So we're in a back garden. You can't see anything at the moment, and I'll show you. All right, so as soon as it zooms in, this here is us. Okay, I'll make that a little bit bigger. All right, so that's us on my security camera in our garden. So you can see me holding the camera up and everything. But one of the features on this torch is infrared. So now if I click this on the camera, you can see that. So obviously you can't see anything in front of you, right? So I'll show you light on it. There's my torch. It's right in front of you. But on the camera, you can see the infrared working, which I think is a cool idea. And you can also change the beam. So let's see, so if I point you, right, so that's my sheds there. Now look at that. That is a really good throw for infrared. Again, we're standing there. That's me. Look at that. You can really light up a lot of stuff. So now what I was thinking was, this torch also comes with a remote control. So you can set this off, leave the torch in the garden, and then like boost your infrared, because it throws quite, it's not giving it justice, but it's doing a really good job. Right, so it's nearly dark now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show each module. I'm going to do turbo, zoom out, zoom in, and then I'm going to dim it with the switch, with the remote control, and then show you all the features, then change color. Right, so I'm going to do on, and there's the flood. Okay, so you can see it is a pretty good throw on that one. And I'm going to zoom in, and you can see how much of a hot spot it gives and how tight it is. And what I'm going to do is use the remote control and just dial it down. You can see it dimming all the way down and all the way up. Okay, and then I'll make it wide. There you are. And going down. Right, so here is the green. And you can see the flood on that. And we'll just tighten it in a bit there, so you can see. Even though it's green, it's still throwing out a bit. And then now we will lower it. Right. So that, and then we'll make it flood. And then we'll dim it. Oops, that's the wrong button. That's off. There's your dim. Okay. Nice subtle lighting there. Right, and then you have the red. So you can see, there you go, that's full. And then we'll just tighten this a little bit. And you can see that. Again, really nice. Throws good distance. Now I use the controller, dim it a bit, and I'll show you how that looks. Right. So that's the lowest. You can still see it pretty well. And then we'll make it wide, and then there you go. Okay, so that's how it throws. So you can see it's pretty good. Even for this one, this is supposed to not have the highest of lumens, but you still get a good distance and a good flood there. So again, a big thank you for Brinyte to send this to me for a review. So far I'm really happy with it. Like I said, just having the one hand zoom and hotspot is quite handy, because other torches you have to play with the amount of clicks to do certain things and hold this and that, and that's a bit more, let's say if your hands are cold, you can still do this, you know. The floodlight is nice. I mean, as in from 0 to turbo, that's quite handy. I don't use low light too much, but if I was, the remote control, like I said, because it has all these little bits here, you can put strapping around and around your rucksack strap here, and then you can just have it and then just up and down while you're walking around or whatever, if you want a low light or off or on. The idea I used for keeping this in my garden to expand the view of my night vision, but that was a nice idea. I haven't seen anybody do that one before. And from 5 meters I can on and off in my house. When you saw it in my house, that was done in the other room. Again, another way of doing it if you want to do it in-house. So, but again, it's really a nice torch. I'll put a link in the description box below. There is a sale going on as well. Again, check the description box below for all the information you need. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you next video. Bye.